Hey Rebel, so I'm hearing I can't wait another minute for your love. Whatever that's gonna mean for you throughout this read. Um, as well, I definitely was getting Q-tip. It's a vibrant thing. And then I heard I'm out, y'all. So it's such a vibrant thing. I'm out, y'all. But then thinking about his artist name, whatever you call those, when it's not your real name, but you use it for your craft or, to get into a hotel and not have people know that a celebrity is there, that type of name. Q-tip. So people weren't hearing you. They weren't trying to see you. They weren't trying to hear you, but more so it was they confuse themselves by looking at what they seen of you, getting upset about it, but you told them and you understand that your words was matching with your actions. So as I was sitting here setting up, as I usually do, I set up a little bit, and then when something comes about me where it's like, oh my goodness, gotta press play, record, gotta press play, yep, gotta press play, gotta press record, happens, then it's like, hey, it's time to clue people in. So it is such a surprising time for you, how you are showing up, not just for yourself, but to others. There is this thing about lining things up and pulling out the unusual suspects. No, lining things up to, thank you, Spirit, lining things up in order to recognize and realize the unusual suspects. So I have this deck. I'm just going to bring half of it over here. There are probably, I want to say 5 different cards in here. So you can see like some of them, are just about the same height. But there was this specific deck that I had mixed up in here originally that showed itself to be obvious because it was so obviously short. And the as I pulled out the majority of that one deck from the multiple decks from the mixed energy, I was then able to realize the discomfort of the decks that were actually the same size. And I was able to pull out 3 of these just hiding, right? Especially as I shuffled, I found that last one. So it's time to move some things around to realize what's not supposed to be there. Pay attention to what's not supposed to be there. Spirit said there's a lot that you do not need to give a second guess to. Take care of your business, handle it. Because due to this surprising time and era of your life that you have now entered, you are realizing and you are gracing yourself as well as you are celebrating yourself for taking the step back, that long hermit mode, sitting there with the Hierophant behind your imprisonment walls, the Hierophant talking your head off, the back and forth of you need a break. Okay, you ready? You need a break. You ready? And then the longer you were there, the less you realized that the Hierophant stopped coming. That the Hierophant was no longer walking through this door to your prison cell. That the Hierophant actually merged with you. These have been very grounding lessons about your culture, about the liberation, about your personal, conspiracy, clarify, your personal sense of culture, your personal needs and your personal requirements. You're realizing that a lot of places that people called you needy wasn't just because they weren't willing or they weren't able to provide it for you. You were developing something that they did not know how to access within themselves to see possible. So you have developed due to your discernment, your ways of thinking, your collective knowledge, your willing to invest, your free will, your free spirited self. You have created a culture amongst yourself where it's like you co-sign, approve, everything has to go through you. So you're in a very happy, comfortable time, even where there seems to be discomfort. You are planning your party, and Spirit is right there with you. Invest in the time pointing you in the right directions, allowing you even the options of where it is that you want to go, what it is that you want to implement of yourself going forward. Like the shooting in a gym thing is constantly coming up. It's not even. So to shoot in the gym with you, but to have chose to support you, who came to visit you, who put some type of currency, towards your commissary of the things that you weren't paying attention to necessarily, of how you weren't nurturing yourself during this time that you set yourself down, or that you were actually set down by spirit, that you were moved, bitch, get out the way. You got other stuff to handle, because it's a lot that's about to come forward. So the earthly chamber with this cage, with the cage and the cave. Okay, so I'm seeing Donkey Kong. I'm seeing Donkey Kong, like a cage right here, and you've been opened up to a whole nother level. A whole nother level. honey, okay, all right, we ready to go, we about to tap into some things. Spirit said we about to tap into some things. Confirmation. Spirit said we about to tap into something, because you are hungry. You are not stopping anybody from getting in your way. If people are not coming to you with concrete, Spirit said pause real quick. Okay, echoing ancestry secrets. Okay, your culture that you've built within yourself, your culture of you. If people can't come to you straightforward, yes, we know when someone comes to you with something so great, something that seems to be, like too perfect, you have to do kind of like the Animaniacs, good idea, bad idea. Is this a good idea, or is this a bad idea? You play out confirmation, you play out. There we go again. Ooh, coming from every which way. You play out the situations and scenarios so quickly, so swiftly. It's like the essence of you splits into different dimensions, and play it out within that moment for you to make a choice, knowing that these are not expectations, these are likeliness that are the potential of the situation, and what you are going to be paying attention to, the other people, the other moving pieces, and how it matches up with your likeliness, and you co-sign and you approve as you go along. You're not holding yourself back, so you refuse to let anybody else hold you back. You've broken free. You've broken free. You've broken free from yourself, your heartbreak, your self-destruction. I heard self-destruction. They headed for self-destruction, and you say, you know what, I've been there, done that. I got all that I need to get by. Okay. The secrets that you have learned about yourself, and the mysteries of your life, and the most amazing surprise about you is that you've done this without, I saw 18. You've done this without needing the other people to sit down, the other people and the other things to sit down with you at the table and go through the back and forth of you did this, you did that, you said this, you said that. You understand that your reality is based on your experience. And though other people experience is valid, you know that the primary machine that you need for your manufacturing is how you deal. And you don't hold anyone else responsible for cleaning it, for checking it, for repairing it, or whatever. You are very much so dependent on you. And if you want to say, safe to say, codependent on you. Because you understand that at any point, you can't, no matter who's willing to be there to support you, it can quickly turn back into you are all that you have. Right, sit with that. It can quickly turn back into you are all that you have. So let's continue on from where it was that we were preparation. Oh, okay, you get the second chance. You got a second, you rolling them dice. You got a second chance. And yeah, I'm sure you say, now I've had many chances, but this could be a second chance of something that was summed up that you never got back to. This is a second chance of being able to say, you know what, I want to, it could be a second chance of anything multiplied in abundance. Not many people get that. And there's been many times that you didn't get a second chance where you may have wanted it for whatever reason, whether it was greed, whether it was lustful, whether it was, an actual great opportunity. But to realize that the reason that things fall apart is for you to respect what it takes for it to be built and created. Right. So if no one, anyone, if anyone comes into your life for any aspect, the best quality of love that you can meet them at, respect that you can meet them at, authority earned that you can meet them at, is that if they can't respect what it took for you to build, and the Spirit said you ain't got to yell at them, you ain't got to scream at them, know your value. And this is why often here, us rebels, we understand walking away oftentimes is the answer. Because to sit back and explain and read the guidebook for someone who may be a little bit illiterate, but then within their illiteracy, they can actually learn through that discomfort, just as you did in your routes of illiteracy. For you to sit back and read their guidebook to them, is to coddle them, because you have yet to see the effort that they're willing to put in to themselves and how much they respect your time, your presence, your value, and what more it is that you can add to them. Even if you look at them and you see that they're able to add to you. Class has been in session and you don't get to go to recess until you do your work. You don't get to do other things until you do your chores, your homework, and you've done those things. So you're pretty much, it's been so many times that you've allowed other people to, you helped them sneak out the window. And so they could go to a party. And then you got in trouble. How? Why? They use your name. They sacrifice you to be their cover-up story, to cover themselves, to cloak themselves. Yeah, they got a cloak. It may not be that clean, but it's decent. It's decent enough that others are fooled by it. So, your second chance. Perspectives. Yeah, perspectives. They ain't what you shooting in the gym, honey. Perspectives. You clear-headed. You do that workout. You exercise this stuff. Ooh, and the karma. The cause and effect. Yeah, I like that. Can we get a clarified cause and Is there something about you that you don't feel? Because I can understand other people not understanding how you got here, what you doing. If let's say you've done all this work with yourself and you all of a sudden you just get into a new relationship, and your family, old friends, people who you've known and encountered, they see you in this new relationship. But not only do they see you in this new relationship, they see a lifestyle that they never witnessed you live. They see you elevate, they see you upgrade, and off back, their assumption is because you got with this person, they must be doing it for you. They must have made it happen. But as it goes, people don't know what happens behind closed doors. Yes, what happens behind closed doors eventually will be revealed. But the way that you're revealing it, ain't none of your friends' business. Right? Okay, so the chemistry that as you and your hermit with the Hierophant, the way that you come to temperance yourself. Yep, there you go. The way that you have come to temperance yourself. Yeah, it was definitely exhausting. Your surprise is that you made it to your breaking point, the breaking point that Spirit has been waiting for you to get to. This man, he busy, working, occupied, fully functioning. It's been exhausting for you, but it's been well worth it, because what it has brought to you is the understanding of who is your kind, who is your kin. I saw 1, 4, 4, 4. Who is your kind? Who is your kin? What you don't have time for, what needs to go, what needs to be removed. Yeah, this right here, this right here is your swag. It helped you tame your anger. Okay, understand how to control yourself. You knew that what you were learning, what you needed to learn, what you needed to show interest to, what you needed to give your time and interest to. It's like a ticking time bomb inside of you. If you didn't put it in, if you didn't control it, if you didn't bring it to order, if you did not give it structure, you were going to be your own natural destruction. It was all about your heart, what it is that you feel, how it is that you give, how it is that you receive, how it is that you value yourself even amongst your flaws. Power struggles lead to being manipulated. What have we been saying? This is what you've learned through your cultural zhuzh, through your requirements. Because power struggles lead to being manipulated. So you've had to walk away. You had to protect yourself. You will continue to walk away and you will continue to protect yourself as you need to, as necessary, as you feel is required. And if it's something that you later on look back and say, you know what, I probably should have, you're going to deal with yourself correctly, accordingly going forward. And it's not going to be in a punishing way. You will not dwell. You will not live in the mindset of lack. Or for those of you who may be more familiar with the term, live in a mindset of poverty. You have everything that you need. Even if some part of you desire for more, you're working your way to that ownership of it. Entanglements. Establish and communicate your own boundaries. Exactly what it is that you have been doing, that you've been handling. Love blockages. You get secrets on top of secrets on top of secrets on top of secrets. What's your secret sauce? All right? What's your secret sauce? And it's going to change. It may even be seasonal, but it works for you. Who said that this is the way that the world says that love, relationships, community is supposed to work, that you're supposed to be making sure that everyone else gets fed, but you don't? Right, airplane mode. So aren't you supposed to put the oxygen mask on yourself first? Right, and that's what you did. You put yourself on airplane mode. And let's triple it up. Do not disturb. You know what? Sometimes let's just cut the line. You know what? It's not going to be a set time. We're not going to, because we're not walking on a tightrope. But we moving. Ooh. We moving. Tight structure. A thick plan. So full of things. If they can't jump in and get in where they fit in and not be a problem to the point that you have to go through your warehouse and redirect them into focusing on what they're supposed to be doing that affects you. If you can't have your stuff operating to the point that if they can't come into your environment and just add without needing to be given constant, repetitive guidance, what are they there for? Yeah, it's comfortable. It's only appropriate that, they be about what they say they about. They willing to be vulnerable with you to let you know their flaws. But they also show efforts in improving those flaws versus just telling you those flaws just to have you know that this is their weakness, their problem, and them keep on engaging in it. Come correct or don't come at all. You are all in. You are all in. You are the investment. They are an investment too. But which one costs more? Yeah, look at it both ways. Which one costs more to the point where it's going to wind up being a lose-lose for you? Which one costs more to the point that it's a lose if there's a loss in value for you? Think about it. Honey, know it. Yeah, ooh, the surprise is everything that you laid to rest. Everything. Oh, baby, I didn't even look and I got it turned up in my face and it's right here up in my face. It's all right there up in your face. But yeah, um, it's it. Head over heels. Head over heels. You head over heels. What more? Okay. The cover up. And it was a hard climb. Yeah, the cover up was a hard climb. For you to keep all this to yourself, for you to work on things to how you needed to give it the time, for you to manage people without even realizing that you were managing them. And so you could have that time to yourself. And so you can work on you. And so you didn't have to have other people's opinions and they're reconstructing your memory and your recollection. Your surprise is what all you have laid to rest. The spirit say they know that you don't realize what all you've laid to rest. But this era of your life is a season. So this era, however long it lasts, is a season because it's different for everybody. This era of your life is a season that you are about to see what all you have laid to rest. And the fact that we started with surprise, know that it was. Know that it was intentional. It was necessary. It was purposeful by spirit for you to see yourself like this. But it was a choice for you. And since you made that choice, oh, you about to see all these things that you bypassed. Honey child, why are we pulling? Okay, what are we doing with this one? Okay, my hands just went for it. Okay, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. And the word, Lord, communication. Yep, they didn't listen to you. You say, but you didn't hear me though. And Ice Queen. Yeah, of course, they gonna feel like you cold-hearted, but with this white owl right here, and they can feel how they need to feel because guess what? Obviously, if they feel it, they need to feel it, right? You know, triggers aren't only warnings. Triggers let you know exactly what you need to work on. Well, okay, so there's this part, and then we're gonna let y'all go on about y'all way because you got life to live, and I don't want you to miss out on it. But I'm glad and I appreciate the fact that you came to share at least this portion of it with me. Okay, so we got okay, Brother Raccoon, a safe place for you to go. A safe place for you to go. Raccoons. As much as people feel like they're a thief in the night, as much as people may resonate raccoons to be with rabies, raccoons, they watch everything. They notice, they hear, they feel it. So it's like, though you may have been perceived as, a raccoon, and though many may have seen you as more so of the unlight perceived things and actual factual things about a raccoon. And though people may, brother Drew a lot of, hey, sis, like, bro, come on now, all that doohickey. It's cool though, because you are your safe place. You are your safe space.